Vicky here with you, and last time you liked coloring with me, so I figured I was going to do that again. So that's what we're doing, and so I'm coloring those 3 digital image. This one is from Fairy Ink, this one is from Rick Saint Denis, and this one is from Morgan Fitzworld, I think. So those are the 3 images that we're going to be coloring. So I'm pulling out my bin of colored markers and the colors that I use for skin tones, and those are it. So the E000s, those are copics, by the way, and I print my digital images out on Nina cardstock. That's the cardstock that I like the most for this. But every colorist have their own colors that they prefer. So yeah, E000, E00, E11, and E04. So I always start out with the lightest. And as I had mentioned in the last video that I did some coloring with copics, I'm far from an expert. There are people that are so much better than I am at doing this, but you guys seem to appreciate me doing it, so that's why I'm doing it again. I'm hoping you can actually see that my hand is okay and not covering the image up. So I do the first stage, and I'll do the same thing here with her. So I have something that I want to make, and it takes an image, and I wasn't sure which image I wanted, so that's why I pulled out those 2. And the owl is because I need to make a card for my father's birthday, which passed already, and I'm late in giving it to him, so that's what I'm going to be doing with that image. So for the E00, I usually just go around the edge the first time around, create some shadows where the shadows would be. And do the same thing with the girl. And when I color, I tend to get pretty quiet. Just concentrate on putting the colors down. Now, this one is the next one, E04. Yes, it's very dark, but it's only scarcely put on. Really where there's the most shadows, that's where you would do it. You're hearing a dog scream like this. It's because my husband, he did something that he wasn't supposed to, and my husband punished him. And when my husband punishes him, he just starts whining like that because he's hoping that that's gonna distract my husband from actually, being upset with him, which is definitely not the case. I think he must have gone after our cat Simba. She's quite older, and so it's really not nice that he goes after her. Okay, so that's done. Then I go with the E11 and just go over the edges again. Just like so. And then I'll use my E00 to pull everything in. So that's done. Then I go back with the E00 and I blend in what I've done. So and finally I go back with my 00, my 000, and just finish off the blending of everything. Okay, so that. Now I'm going to use the E93, which is really pale. It's called Tea Rose. I'm gonna just put a bit on her cheekbones and here as well, and her lips. In the case of her lips, I want to put them darker, so I'm not gonna do them now. So just blend it again. So that's how they look so far. Then there's a hair. I think I want her to have dark hair. Do I want them both to have dark hair? That's the question. Maybe yes. I think that's what I want. So I will go for that. And I want her to have blue eyes. I'm going to go with the blue. So these are BG 000, BG 01, and 02. They're very small. I think that will be enough for the eyes, her eyes. Now let's go and do the hair. So, usually for this one, I go the opposite. I will go darker to lighter. So, just Oh my god, my husband just sneezed. I'm sure you guys must have heard it. That was a loud sneeze. And you're hearing my son laugh. My son Andrew. I guess he thought the sneezing of his father was quite funny. Okay, so actually let's go ahead and do this little girl, this little fairy as well. Okay, so something like this, and then I will be using the E37 and bring all that color a little bit further in. Have to be careful to leave some space, because some of the space is quite tiny. And some is just going to be completely covered because it's so tiny. It would have to be darker. Looking at some very small areas. Okay, and then E35. And do the same thing. And finally E31. So like that. Yay. I like how she turned out. Now I'll just finish her off like so. So she's finished as well. Now, while I have the browns out, I will be doing my little owl. So I'm going to be using the really dark brown. trying to do flickers so that it looks like feathers. So, do you color with alcohol markers, or you do so with coloring pencils? I'm always curious to know what's your medium of choice. When coloring digital images like this, I really love using my copics. I've tried other ones, but just don't get the same result. I guess it's a question of practice. That. I'll leave the little spots if I can. I can bring another color. Yeah, it's hard to, I end up really not talking much in coloring videos. Okay, so here we go. Because I want to have the contrast. put that one here. And I managed to put it over the little dot. So I use my blending marker to push back the brown. Okay, so that, and let's do the other one, the other side. Here. So that's almost done. I'll use the E31 on the inside, and then I'm going to pull out my other markers and finish off the girls, and I'll do the same thing with the owl at the same time, because I need to have I want to have some yellow, and obviously for his little heart I'm going to be putting it in red. Okay, so that's that step done. Now I can pull my different colors and finish off my... I'm going to use the brown first because I just want to do his branch. So a little branch here. This is E23. It's usually what my go-to for branches. Okay, so there we go. So I'm finished with the browns. Now I'm gonna go with the red and the pink. So my assortment, I'm gonna choose a red for this little guy. So I'll do that first. And then for the little girls, I want to use more pinks. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see because I want to put it in something, and that's going to be my inspiration for the colors. So let me pull it out. To be put into this frame, and it's going to go into my Etsy store. Eventually. So if you're seeing this, you can go and check it out. Not sure if it's still going to be there or not, but I'm wondering what type of color I want. Trying to find go with this. I want to go more with I like maybe those two colors for this. You're hearing the vacuum because my husband had to cut some wood in the garage, and now it's full of dust, so he's just picking it up. I'm wondering what to use for her. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking I probably want to add a bit of yellow for the middle, and actually maybe for even her little dress. Could be pretty. Makes the flower very delicate, this color. I'm just gonna highlight it a bit more. Yeah, makes it pop a bit more. So they're not as pale. I like those, how they're turning out. I like them a lot. Wondering for the lady if I put her hat in grays, if that would be better. I'm not sure. I could do the rose in this type of color. I like it. So I think I'm going to do the rose with this color. And Feels like there's another rose there. Do that. I'll put an earring like this. Now, okay, I wasn't sure if this was hair or not, but I think it's the veil. Actually, no. It has to be the hair because there's a little piece here that's curling. Uh-oh. So I'm missing a little bit here. Okay. So like that. Sometimes this will happen. You will be close to finishing an image and then you realize that there's a little piece that you didn't think about. It's okay, you just come back and finish it off. Now for her eyeshadow, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. That's too pink. I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, because it wouldn't suit her if it was too, like, it can't be the same pink, it's too pink, so yeah, I like her that way. Okay, so now I'll pull out, I'm gonna pull out my blues. Just for her wings, I just want to use very light blue. And I think I'm going to put some stickles on them. Make them shiny. Or maybe I should put some wing castella. Haven't used that in a while. I can always put the stickles over if I want to after I feel that it's not enough. So that's all the blue. This was B41 in case you're wondering, because I forgot to say it. Okay, so now my wing castella, where are they? That's the question. I never remember where I put them. Well, actually, I could use. Is that the weight? Well, that's the. I don't like that one. That's not what I want right now. This is gold. This is silver. I don't want silver and I don't want gold. I want clear. And they're not in this bin. Ah, everything is falling, of course. I'll pick it up after. I just want to find the proper pen I want to use. Where did it go? Has to be in one of the little bins that are close by, because that's where I used to put them, and I don't remember changing it. This is too weird. I think this is the second time I'm looking for them and I can't find them. This is not what I want. It's too dark. Oh, this is very frustrating. This is clear. It's clear, but it's not even showing up anymore. Must have dried off. Okay, so that one is pretty useless. Oh my god, this is so frustrating, guys. I'm wondering, am I the only one that has this issue? I'm sure, and the worst is, I'm sure once I'm finished with this, I'm gonna find them. Are they in here? With my brushes, did I put them in the same place? Ah! No. I have this here, but that's also silver. I really don't know what I did with them. Okay, let me pause and I'll be back. Okay, so sorry, this took forever, but I did find it. It was just behind me, so yeah. So this is the clear one, and what I like about using this product versus Stickles is that it dries like right away. Plus you've got more control over how you apply it. But it still gives the shimmer that you want. So I really like using that, and I forget to use them, so. Now I think I'm gonna keep it close by this time around, because this is not the first time I tried to look for it and I couldn't find it. So I'm not sure if you can see the shimmer. Hoping. Okay, so let's finish this off. So I'm going to be using some greens for the flowers and some yellow for the center of those flowers. wonder what color I want for a dress. This is Y06. It's too yellow. Actually, kind of like the yellow with that on top. So let's do that. Sometimes you have happy accidents. I think this time that's one of them. It gives more depth to the color. Yeah. I like that a lot. Now, I think she's done. So, that's one image. Now, this little guy needs to have his beak and little nails. I think I'm going to do this as well. What I want to do is eyes in green. So I think this is going to be the darkest. I'll just put that there. That's actually a nice green for leaves, so I'm going to do the leaves as well. With this green. Okay, so like that. And I'm going to do the leaves. Oh, I forgot. I said that this image was finished, but it was those little branches that I had not done. Okay, now it's done. So here's the leaf. And another one here. Okay, so that's coming very well. The rest of the hat is going to be in gray, so not bright enough. His eyes should be bright. Okay, so like that, and then this way. So he's done as well. Here we go. And finally we'll do the hat and the shawl, and my lady will be finished. So I need to pull out my gray. Okay, good. Because I've got two other tins. Oh my god, everything is falling. There is a lot of stuff under my desk. Okay, so for the grays, I think I want some warm ones. So I'm gonna start off with this one, which is W1. Because I'm not quite sure, I think it's better off that I start pale and decide to go darker than the opposite and then regret. Especially when you're this close to finishing off an image. Definitely not fun when you decide that in the end you didn't like it. I always do W3, go with W2. And let me finish off with the one again. Okay, so I'm calling this done. So here are my 3 images. I hope you like them. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and that is it for now, folks. Bye everyone.